What's up, YouTube? Here we are.
Right now, oh, now you can go.
All right. I'm gonna start laughing again. This is harder than it looks, honestly. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Parts Avatar podcast again.
So it's called Parts and Pistons. Yeah.
Welcome to Parts and Pistons.
What episode is this? I don't even
know.
Seven. At least somebody's paying attention.
Lucky 7.
Lucky 7.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
and we have we brought back a valuable guest. I don't know if you watched the Christmas video. He was in that.
Yeah, I'm very valuable.
He's back and
better than ever.
Better than ever.
Apparently.
Yep.
Some say.
Wow. Alex's first appearance technically was picking up the Miata.
That's true.
That's true, yeah.
That was the first video.
And you know what? I never watched that video, but then I watched 2 minutes of it because I needed to see, like, I had a shot of the Miata pulling into the garage before all of the modifications were done to it.
Yeah.
Or like all the cleaning and everything. It didn't happen. But I got to see that video finally.
Wow. True supporter of the channel.
Oh yeah. I was telling Alex Pona here. I'm just gonna call him Pona for now on because that's how I know him. And this is Alex, and this is Alex Pona. So it's gonna get confusing if. So this is Pona for now on. But yeah, I was telling Pona that I actually don't watch our videos until like 3 or 4 weeks afterwards because I spend hours editing, and by the time I finish the video, I'm like, I hate this video. Like, I don't want to watch this. But then I watch it a month after. I'm like, wow, who did this? This is actually pretty good. Pat on the back. You know,
it's a good video. Who did the editing? The editing,
not bad.
Rocks.
Anyways,
I wonder if that's short-term memory loss or something that like.
I think it's old age.
Old age.
Tony's like, who did this video at the end at the credits? He's like, oh my gosh, I did that.
It's a mixture of brake cleaner and old age and just never sleeping ever. Yeah. Because even before I had this job, I still didn't sleep. It was like a 2-hour day kind of, and then go off to a TV set. So it was
no sleep.
Yeah.
No sleep gang.
I'll sleep when I die.
Facts.
Yeah. So today's topic of podcast is it's actually going to be off-roading stuff.
There's a topic today. Wow.
There's always a topic
There's
somehow.
always a topic. Wow. Okay.
So I got to reel the people in.
Do I got to talk about the topic?
Well, maybe.
You don't have to.
I'm going to go on so many tangents.
That's okay.
You guys should be excited for all my tangents.
We actually, our topics are usually about 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
But by the end of it, we end up with a 40-minute long video because we go on a million tangents.
I love tangents.
It's like, here's the railway, right? And there's a million off-ramps.
Yeah.
And you hit every single one of them.
Exactly.
I'm glad that railways take off ramps though, Tony. Not different tracks.
No, they have like the rail switching.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, they go on different tracks.
Well, I'm going to call it an off-ramp, okay?
It's
an off-ramp. The train is getting off the highway and going onto the city road.
Right onto your 19th floor apartment.
Perfect. Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Because you hear the trains from your apartment.
Well, when I was a little tyke, I drew my house in a higher floor condo, and I drew a train station all the way up to my window so that I could just get on and it was great.
That would honestly be sick.
That's some Hogwarts stuff right there.
Yeah.
No, you know what? That's not Hogwarts stuff. That's what they have at Disney.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so if you go to Disney World,
I've never been.
See, here we go. We're already on 2 tangents.
Well, we're not even close to the topic of today's video.
The video hasn't even started yet. Okay, don't even hang on. Get your popcorn. Go get a full course meal. We'll still be talking about nothing.
Yes. Disney, yeah, when you're on the monorail, it actually goes through right the center of some of the hotels, Disney hotels.
That's a good idea, honestly.
Yeah, and then the whole the inner part is like where the pool is and stuff like that, and you see the monorail driving right through. So like when you're driving through, like you can see people's hotel rooms, and you're just like zooming by.
Is it like extremely annoying when the monorail goes by your room?
No, because it's a monorail, so it's electric and quiet, right? So it's not a train, it's a monorail.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah,
so it's a little different.
Yeah, monorails are sick.
They are.
I'm a big fan, honestly.
Of monorails?
I just like trains in general.
So today's episode is about monorails.
No, it's going to be about common rails because we're going to talk about Pona's TDI swap Jeep.
It's not a common rail TDI.
Oh, is it not a common rail? Is it still a PD?
You lost me. I don't even know what a common rail is.
In short, basically, common rail is Bosch's fuel injection system in diesels.
Well, it is a fuel injection system in diesels where the injectors, like, they're still all,
but Bosch invented it.
I think Bosch invented it and started it, yeah. But
it started in the V10
Are we talking
or V12
about the same
TDI.
Bosch that makes oil filters?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know they
make
car parts
engine
as well.
ECUs and everything.
washing machines.
They literally build.
Well,
They do, they do.
Yeah.
And I think they make. I don't know if they make stoves. I know
They
they make
do.
dryers. They make stoves.
They make
too.
everything. Yeah.
Yo,
Wow,
imagine
look at that. I learned something new
You could be
every time I'm
Boshed
on this
out.
podcast.
Imagine being just your house. Your whole
Oh,
house
yeah.
is just
Man,
Boshed out.
should we blow Tony's mind with Yamaha?
Oh my god.
So Yamaha sells pianos.
No, you got to do the
What?
thing. You got to.
Okay,
You got to
ahead.
do. You got to do like the whole like. There was a guy and he went to buy a motorcycle, and he's like, he went to Yamaha dealer, right? And he's just like, hey, I'm looking for a motorcycle. They're like, okay, sick. Yeah, we'll sell you a motorcycle. And he's like, I'm also looking for a piano, but like, I'm going to go somewhere else. And the guy's like, but wait a sec. What if I told you we also sell pianos? What else was it?
And then he's like, okay, awesome. But I'd also like to go buy a boat, but maybe next week because I won't have the time. And he's like, well, let me tell you something.
Yeah. They make everything.
Boat, piano, and motorcycle.
Yeah.
Nice.
They make, yeah. So
We
they
should make a video about that. Maybe
About Yamahas?
the history of Yamaha.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, one of the next videos is going to be how VW became such a big automotive company and how they own so many brands, right?
I feel like you might want to gloss over the beginning of VW.
Oh, I'm going right
we're
in the
not.
beginning.
We're like. What is the best line? It's a spoiler, but what is the best line?
Tony's
And I said
favorite
this is
line
the best line. Go
Is
ahead.
in the outro is who would have guessed that something good would have come out of fascist Germany?
That was like that's my favorite line right there. Like,
Because that's where the Beetle originated, and
it was the people's car. Right?
yeah, and then like multiple people say that after the Beetle became the love bug, like Hitler would be turning in his grave because that's the exact opposite of what he
It's
imagined.
literally hippies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
you know what? You can fear history, but it's still gonna be there. So you
You're not
might as well
wrong.
just talk about it.
History
not?
does exist.
I loved history in high school, man.
your-
Like
Who's your prof? Or you're the prof?
I don't even remember. He was a fat guy.
Was it like the football, the guy that really liked the Steelers?
yeah.
What was his name?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't Genovese. But yeah, I remember him too.
Maybe Genovese.
It might have been Genovese.
I think it was Genovese.
Yeah, that was a fun class.
Yeah. Oh, we went to one of our high schools together.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why we know each
Yeah,
other.
me and Tony went to high school together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whack.
Whack.
It's crazy. Small world.
Literally small world.
Because like, we're from Hamilton. Well, where are you from now? You're
Yeah.
still Hamilton?
Well, I mean, I live in Aurelia now.
Yeah. But I was in Hamilton most of my life, most of my teenage life, and then I came out to Toronto to be a big deal when I
Big deal.
halfway through college. I came here to become an actor. It didn't work because here we are. But
I mean, you're.
yeah.
Are you I guess you're kind of acting.
I took a break because the industry is a sham right now.
Yeah,
but,
the whole,
we won't
the
go
strike
into
and
that.
stuff, No.
Yeah. No, the strike is over.
I
Just
know-
there's
yeah,
a million other things
strike's been
happening that
over
I
for a
was
bit,
just
yeah.
I said I'll take a 2-year sabbatical. I'm just gonna
Sabbatical.
wait for everything to
Calm down.
balance out.
Yeah.
I love that word, sabbatical. I don't
Sabbatical.
know. I don't know why.
I use it so much.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like I need to move. Every time I like turn, the volume
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
down.
yeah.
I'm gonna like put this right up to my mouth.
You know what's funny too?
You have to. You see
I'm
how
gonna like
I'm.
kiss the mic.
You see how I'm sitting
Yeah.
very awkwardly and
Yeah.
uncomfortably.
I'm gonna like talk
Yeah.
to the side
So
of my mouth.
my mouth. I'm like just past the mic so that when I talk, you still hear me, but I can still look at everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. but see, you're on the side. Like I
I've-
gotta go
I've
like this,
also-
and then I gotta go. You guys have it easy. You guys literally. You got. Oh my. That's why you put me here in the middle.
We should be setting this up so much differently. Like we should be literally on corners here.
Yeah. What I think we can do
Anyways,
is maybe
Then you
next
could call
time.
it car corners.
Maybe.
I like that idea.
Oh, I'm so
actually.
creative.
But maybe what
Oh,
we
I
need to
did
do
messed up again.
is set up 2 cameras, Tony. Right?
We should, but we don't really have 2 cameras the same capability.
Does that red light just stay on? It does.
Yeah,
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't flash, eh?
No.
What? It hasn't flashed for like
I-
10 years.
I haven't been
since they made
staring. I haven't been
cameras.
staring at it, but like
They've never.
I thought.
I'm not. It's not factual, but I really think that the last camera that flashed is either in like a professional studio, or it's like a 20-year-old camera, like a 20-year-old. Because this is a DSLR. Like this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
GoPros
this is
still
a
flash.
mobile. Do they really? When they're recording?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh,
What does?
all right.
GoPros.
Myth
Yeah.
busted.
Okay.
Myth busted.
Because you still have a GoPro, right?
Hell yeah.
So that's probably what you're
Heck yeah.
recollecting
Sorry,
of.
You
it.
can say hell. I'm
Okay.
not
Okay.
gonna
That's like part of my
No,
regular.
don't worry. If
vocabulary.
we drop an F-bomb, Tony just has to edit it out.
I would rather just know.
I will
I
try.
already warned-
not to.
I already warned Pona that he's
Yeah.
gonna get taken out back if he starts swearing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Back to the back
oh
to
yeah.
the
We
topic.
have a topic.
Off-roading and Mr. Pona's TDI swap Jeep.
Well, do we start there? I guess I could start like way back.
Way back
When
when
you were
Pona was
born.
young.
So when I was young,
It was
yeah,
a calm autumn. What was your birthday? What's your birthday?
November.
It was a
Yeah, it's autumn.
November. It was a calm. Oh, is that autumn? I don't even know this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a
It's
calm
fall,
autumn night.
because the winter starts.
Everyone
December
was
21st.
quiet,
yeah.
and in the hospital.
And then there was
things
me.
got
No,
loud.
not that early.
Not that
Oh.
early.
Not that early.
Okay.
Okay, well, like,
okay.
I guess I could start from like how I got-
Earlier, so like the conception, or
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh God. No.
there wasn't diesel involved then yet.
No, not yet.
There was no diesel.
Um,
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe. Diesel
Well, I mean, like-
is in his blood. So.
I started off, like dirt biking when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Well, you were in the cars when we were in high school.
I
None
li-
of us were.
I mean I worked on them in high school.
Well, you were in auto,
No,
or no?
like
you,
just with my dad, because like you know,
Okay.
just like
Mhm.
cars and equipment and motorcycles and
Tractors.
yeah.
tractors. Yeah, I'm a big tractor guy. I love
Big tractor
Because
guy.
like not once,
Big
like
tractor.
we hung out quite a bit, and not once did I ever hear you talk about any kind of vehicle.
No,
I didn't hear about cars or care about cars until college. Like we
Maybe you
we
just
already did a
weren't listening
podcast
for
about
it,
this.
right?
Maybe, yeah.
I mean like I was friends with like people that were in auto, but I never took auto because that just was never my.
Oh, it sucked. Oh, you know what happened to me in auto? So in auto, they called me caliper because one
Caliper.
time I learned this the hard way. I learned the lefty loosey righty tighty the hard way because there was a client's car in our auto class, and I went to loosen the caliper, and I just cranked it right off, which is not it's not an easy job to do when you're like I was in high school. I was weak. I didn't even know what a gym was. It was what, grade 10, grade 11?
Something
What was
like
it?
that. I think grade 11.
Was it Mary or
STM?
STM? Okay, so it'd be grade 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just cranked this caliper right off, and everybody made fun of me and called me caliper the entire rest of the semester.
Can I start calling you caliper?
And it's so stupid
Or does that
because
bring
it's
back,
like,
like-
if anything, it makes me look real strong. Because I
Yeah.
cranked a caliper bolt off. I snapped it right up. Honestly, it was probably just really rusty. But like,
Or it
Probably.
was probably just a big torque wrench.
no, it was I was using a ratchet,
Jeez.
I mean,
which is even worse.
I broke my first bolt when I was like probably 10.
There you go.
Yeah, it was like a little M6 though on like the back. Oh my god, I need to. This is okay. I'm just gonna look forwards.
Your has the
No.
most gain as well, eh? So it picks up the most noise from
Does
you.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why am I like? Oh, I guess
No,
you can
Nick
hear.
Nick kept looking from side to side, so I was
I'm
like,
gonna be doing.
I'm
that.
gonna pick up the most from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So whatever, dirt biking. I was like, riding like. I guess that kind of starts like off road. Did like mountain biking, like dirt jumping and stuff. And then I was like looking for my first vehicle when I was like 17. I guess. Yeah, I was 17, and I don't know how. I think my dad kind of influenced too, because my dad always liked like Jeeps and like Wranglers and stuff. I mean, we had a Grand Cherokee, like a ZJ 95. And I would like just drive that like, in the fields and stuff, because it was like that's just what you did. It was kind of fun too.
Hick things.
Yeah, like I'm literally wearing camo.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in the country, it's definitely a different
Yeah,
lifestyle.
That's just what you do, right?
You
And
just-
then
in the city, you just don't have that
no, but then
qualification.
and then so like I was looking for, I don't remember how it came to be, but I bought my first car, which was a Jeep. It was a 2000. I bought it with a blown motor, and a bunch of rust.
Nice.
And I bought it for $1,600. It was already lifted. It was lifted 4 inches with like a Pro Comp lift, which was horrible. One of the rear shocks was completely gone. So like,
wait, it was lifted 4 inches, but one of the rear shocks was just gone.
well, it was there,
was
but it
it
wasn't doing anything.
Just like
No.
It was blown. It was just blown.
It was hella blown. And so like every time I remember, because I bought a motor for it for $300 because those 4 liters are just cheap. And then I bought it when I was 17, but it was like right before I turned 18 because I was in university at the time. And my dad, it was in Markham, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, can you go pick this Jeep up for me?" Right? And so my dad took his Mark IV TDI Jetta with the dolly that you saw today, that blue dolly,
Yeah.
And he, it was like end of November, and there was like a Christmas parade going through or something. And so he rushed to get this Jeep on. The Jeep wasn't running because the motor was gone.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like a whole thing. And then he like reversed, like Jeep on the dolly. He reversed the Jeep up the driveway.
wait, dolly.
Yeah, like
Oh
just
my
it
gosh,
just like grabs by the front wheels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He
okay.
towed this Jeep from Markham to Hamilton.
I was so lost
With
at
a
what
Mark
you
IV
were
TDI
saying.
with
Jetta.
a little Jetta.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
like
Oh.
stock power too, like
Yeah.
all 90
Nice.
horsepower.
Wow.
And so
Volkswagen.
yeah,
Yeah.
VW does it right. Like it's probably quite illegal, low key.
He
Hey,
definitely didn't have the brakes for that.
Or
Most
tow rating. or
most car
anything.
stories these days aren't just they're not fun if they're legal.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it was in Mexico though, right? So it was legal.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Markham, Mexico.
Mark of Mexico. yeah, you already
Mark of
you already
Mexico.
sealed your fate with that. Nobody's. Don't worry. Nobody's watching.
Nobody's
Imagine
watching.
they come to your door 20 years later.
They have
we
no
heard
proof.
you. Blah blah
They
blah.
have no-
Yeah,
They
exactly.
have no proof.
That
Like,
wouldn't stand up in court.
I could just be like clinically insane and just talking about
Yeah.
So
I was just. I'm just a pathological
yeah.
pathological liar.
Yeah.
I just had no interesting story, so I had to say something. But in reality, we paid CAA to do it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so whatever, had that Jeep, and then I came back Christmas break. I was in first year at the time. Found a motor, bought it for $300, swapped it just like in the garage. And then I drove it to my cousin Greg's house in Burlington. It was already like registered and insured.
Wait.
and stuff.
You bought a Jeep motor, or
Yeah,
you bought?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
4
Jeep
liter.
motor, yeah,
4
yeah.
liter,
This is like I was 18 at the time.
So this isn't the TDI swap.
Oh God, no, that's like 4
Oh,
Jeeps.
this is just like your first Jeep.
That's 4 Jeeps later. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
You've
get
had 4 Jeeps.
Yeah.
My
yeah
goodness.
4. Yeah, I know.
I haven't had the same of any car that I've owned.
I've
I
had-
always have a different car.
I've had 4 B6 Audis as well.
How about a B7 with a manifold that is not working
Yeah.
properly?
That's why I get a 118. Those things are good.
Ah.
Uh,
Anyways,
okay, yeah. So swapped the motor. First time I drove it was, the first time I drove it was to Harvey's because that was like a tradition.
yeah.
Just every time we'd buy like a new dirt bike or something, or like new used obviously, but dirt bike we made
New
out
to
of
you.
just, yeah, new to me. We'd just go to Harvey's and be like, hell yeah.
Harvey's. They make your hamburger.
Yo,
beautiful thing.
Harvey's slaps. I don't care what anybody says. I'm a big Harvey's guy. If anybody doesn't like Harvey's, you can take it up with me.
Do
I
they
haven't
have
had-
one near here? Because I don't
Yeah.
even know if they.
There's one on the way to the shop for me.
I haven't
passed one on the
seen
way.
Do you like
one
Harvey's?
in a very long
Yeah,
time.
I haven't had Harvey's in like 5 years. Though.
Do you like Harvey's?
You know what does? I don't remember because I haven't had it in so long.
Just don't say no.
I like their milkshakes.
Yeah, their milkshake slap.
Yeah.
Yeah, their milkshakes
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah.
Actually, the first time I had Harvey's was a Harvey's milkshake.
Was
Not
it the
even a
orange
burger.
creamsicle one? That one's so good.
No, cookies and cream.
Oh, yeah, cookies and
Ooh.
cream.
They're so heavy though.
They are.
They are,
Like-
but you don't get a milkshake expecting it to be light.
Facts.
So are Jeeps.
It is a real luxury, you know.
Milkshakes.
Yeah.
They're
It's
re-
like one of those things that you're going hard on it. You're not
Yeah, facts.
it's not
Yeah.
soft
Fair
boy
enough.
dessert.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so
So-
whatever. Swapped a motor, drove to my cousin Greg's house on New Year's Eve. My mom didn't think that I'd make it there, so she followed me the whole way there. I made it. It was
Nice.
fine. The speedometer was like 10 kilometers an hour off at 100, which was fine. Whatever, big deal. And then yeah, I didn't. And then like we would just kind of take that one just like out like in the fields, like around like my grandparents' house and stuff. I think we have like some really like early YouTube videos of us taking it like
Oh.
snow wheeling and stuff. But yeah, we just take it snow wheeling, whatever. And then I drove that Jeep in the summer after first year for a bit. But it just like wasn't making sense because the least it ever burned was 17 liters per 100 kilometers.
Jesus.
And that's back when like gas was like 120, but I was also only making like $12 cash an hour. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it'd be like I drive to like Barrie and back, and it's just like, well, I gotta work for a month to make
Pay
up
this
this
off,
deficit.
yeah.
To pay for gas.
Yeah, thank God for credit cards at that point. But that's how it actually goes. But yeah, we'd like take it off like road like kind of sometimes. We never anything crazy with it. And then I sold that, whatever, got into Audis. 4 Audis later.
Well, where's the BMWs coming?
The BMWs were after I sold my last Audi, the one that I actually might go and buy again, to buy my first N54 335xi.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like such a dad car.
Your first. How many did you have of those? 2?
No, just one.
Oh.
I've had two 335s. One of them, the XI, and this one, the current one, the diesel.
The diesel,
How many cars have you had total?
Oh, I can actually count. I will. Okay, so I had my first Jeep, 2000. I'm gonna name everything about it. 2000, whatever, TJ 4-liter Sport, lifted 4 inches on 33s. My second car was an 04 Audi A4 1.8T 6-speed manual. That's the one that I sold. I sold the Jeep. I bought that. Also, or that one had a blown clutch. That one was $1,400. That was such a deal. From some dude in Kitchener, and he was like living like with his parents. He's a couple years older than me probably, so he was like, I don't know, early 20s. And I think we like showed up, and like the guy was like just super stoned, which was fine, whatever. And then afterwards, like I don't know if you guys know, but those B6, your B7 too, under the seats, the front seats, it has like a little pull-out tray, like a little drawer.
We don't have that.
I don't think he looked for that yet.
No,
I don't have it. I don't think.
You check so it's like a little like hidden drawer. So I like opened that, and there was a bottle of cologne and
My
a
CRV had
bottle of
that.
Visine, like to make your.
Yeah,
So it's like that guy was
get it.
that guy was like low key stoner, which is fine, But it was, I don't know, that was kind of funny. So okay, A4 B6 04. I bought another. What did I buy? The wagon second? Yeah. So I bought an 03 A4. So also B6 1.8T Avant wagon. With a beige interior, and I hated the interior. But that one had a 5-speed trans, so I took the 6-speed. Oh, I just hit the mic. Took the 6-speed out of my first one, put it into that one. Then I sold my 04 sedan with a 5-speed. And the guy that bought it like didn't know, but in 04 they only came with 6 speeds. So like thankfully he didn't really know what he was. But I mean it was fine, the trans was fine. But I just wanted the 6-speed, the 01X I think, or no 02X maybe. I used to know all the codes and stuff, and then I hated the interior in that, so I bought another 04 A4 Avant with a black interior, which I liked a lot better. So I did a full interior swap on that.
Imagine buying a whole car just to swap the interior.
Okay, to be fair, it was $600. It had a blown head gasket.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I bought.
You paid $600 for a parts car.
For a parts car, and
Nice.
I was gonna change the head gasket and then sell it, but like I still have that to this day. I still have that head gasket. Funny enough.
Oh, maybe you'll use it in the one you might acquire now.
Maybe, yeah. Well, I don't think it would need it. But and so yeah, I ended up scrapping that one, and then at one point I found another 04 1.8T B6 whatever for. Also, it had a 6-speed. It was like a little bit higher mileage. It was like 275 or something, which I guess was high back in the day compared to all my cars now. That's low.
Yeah.
But that one was also $600, but it had an oil pressure issue.
Mm-hmm.
But what's really common with those cars is that hope that audio is fine.
It's okay.
That.
It's okay. We smack our mics around like they owe us money. It's okay. Go ahead.
But yeah, they have a really common issue that the intake screen or the oil pickup screen gets clogged up with like sludge and all the other junk.
Yep.
And so that was literally the issue. So I just dropped the pan and that, cleaned the screen, and then that was fine. Then my brother actually ended up buying that car off me.
Is that the one he has now?
That's the one he has now.
But that's not an Avant.
No. That one was a sedan. That one was like out in Binbrook. I literally just found it for $600, and I was like, I'm gonna buy this because it was cheap, and I thought I was gonna make a bunch of money on it.
And then you didn't because your brother bought it for you.
I wanted to sell it to him for way less, but he's like, what would you list it for? and I was like, I'd listed for this, and I'd hopefully get this for it. He's like, hey, I'm giving you that much, and I was like, hey, sick, okay.
Hey.
Shout out to Michael. He's not gonna watch this. That'd be so funny if Michael watched this. Hi, Michael. How are you?
You could just send it to him.
He doesn't have Spotify. Oh, these are on YouTube too, right?
YouTube, Spotify, Apple.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna send this to him. Then that's hilarious.
Many
Michael, look,
links.
I'm famous. I made it.
Yeah.
And so
Famous with 991 subscribers.
hey,
Or what are we at? 912 or something?
No, 941.
That's
Whoa!
that's more than
941.
that's almost 1,000.
Like a week and a half ago, we're at like 900. So
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we were.
There you go.
Yeah, we were at 904.
And my favorite video is still only at like 300 views. Come on, guys.
Which video
Watch
is that
the
one?
video. The sick week video.
Oh, the sick week video.
That's
So-
like my pride and joy
It's-
right there. I'm
it's so funny
excited about it.
'cause, like,
nobody watches it.
On like our YouTube channel, I guess like should I plug our YouTube? Boys, Toys, and
If you
Farm, No
want, go ahead.
Spaces. It's like me and my cousin's YouTube channel. Our most viewed video has 145,000 views, and it's called Audi All Road Off Road, and it's like the worst quality video ever.
When did you make it?
Oh, like 2017.
Yeah, I don't know. It's YouTube is different now.
YouTube's so weird.
Because I have a YouTube channel where I recorded like how to fix a certain glitch that happens in Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And that video
Hell yeah.
I shot it off of my cell phone, and I shot
the
the
screen?
TV,
Yeah.
one hand playing with the controller,
so good.
and
Yeah.
telling everybody like how to fix this glitch. And that video has like like something like 60K, and it
It's
still
crazy.
keeps growing. And I'm like, well, how is this one doing better than my actual job? Like
We get a lot of we have a lot of Audi all road videos because my cousin Greg has an all road, as you know Greg. Have you met
Yeah.
Greg?
TDI swap.
No, I
I
don't
don't
think
think
you met
so.
Greg.
No.
No, it's not TDI swapped.
Then who has it? Oh, Arthur was going to TDI swap one, right?
It is in the.
Oh, he does have a TDI swapped one.
I think he sold it to his buddy David, and I don't know if David sold it on, but anyways,
There was a TDI swapped
yeah, all road.
all road in the Pona family somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. But yeah, we get like so many like Russian views. Like
Russian views.
most of our
Yeah, okay.
Peruvian
yeah,
most
yeah,
of our
yeah.
viewers for Audi all road off road stuff is Russia, and so like the comment section is just like Russian.
Yeah. Actually,
You're definitely on a watch list.
our TikTok, our most viewed TikToks have a lot of Russian comments.
Oh
too.
yeah, great. Now we're on the watch
So,
list.
привет, хорошо.
But yeah,
This video will not be played in Ukraine.
that's illegal.
I'm not sure if you can
discriminate.
vape on camera.
Oh no.
I don't know.
That
Okay,
was just flavored air.
Yeah, it was just flavored air.
Yeah.
I won't. It's actually weed. No, I'm joking. It's not weed. That'd be funnier.
Great.
Because that's legal. isn't
Now
it?
I definitely have to cut that.
No, it's not. It's not. it's my inhaler.
Asthma.
It's my strawberry flavored inhaler. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean,
That sounds like it would be good. Actually, kind of.
or the cherry flavor, like the medicine.
Okay, we were
Yeah.
on the sedan 180.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
So
yeah.
I fixed that. Whatever. Sold it to my brother, and then so I bought and sold two Audis since I had the Avant, but I had the Avant the whole time, and I did a bunch of stuff to it. I guess that could be for another video.
The black swap interior swapped one.
Yeah,
right?
black interior swapped, and
Six-
then
No, we could do a whole coverage on
like
your cars
okay,
if
Yeah.
you want.
like a separate video or like the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
video.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can continue on this one.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
can-
So we'll continue on this one.
we can
And
do
so-
another one just about the TDI.
We definitely want to
But
get
yeah, continue.
into off-roading a little.
Okay,
bit.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. We'll get into off-roading. So I had that car, sold that because I saw an E90 touring, just driving in Ottawa because I'm in school in Ottawa at the time, and I was like, hey, I like how that car looks. And then I found like N54s and that they can make a lot of power, and I was like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Mhm.
So I found them for a good price. Whatever. Sold my Audi to a buddy from school. Bought that, drove it for a bit, and I was just like, this thing's too much of a dad car. And then for at some point in time, I'm like, you know what? I'll buy another Jeep. For some reason, I don't know why.
That's when you're in Ottawa. Still,
Yeah, I was still in Ottawa, so I found what year was it? 05, because it was a 6-speed. 05 Jeep, whatever, TJ. It was a Rubicon, but the lockers didn't work, which was really unfortunate.
Mm.
And then yeah, I like had that for a bit, for like a year maybe, and then another buddy in school had a second gen Tacoma, and like we were buddies through like the clubs we were in. Like he was on Baja and I was on Formula, and then yeah, we would kind of take Greg's all road like off roading. And so we had explored like a whole lot of areas around Ottawa, one of those being like Calabogie, which is big for off-roading.
Was Greg in Ottawa with you guys?
Calabogie?
Calabogie, yeah.
Okay.
There's a track there too, Calabogie Motorsports Park.
Because I don't know if Alex told you, but we are definitely planning on doing an off-road build.
Yeah.
Later on, and we will need
spots,
spectacular information from you about off-road locations and all that stuff.
See, it's kind of like sketchy, like with off-road spots, because for a lot of them, you don't want to tell a lot of people about it. Maybe that's just me being selfish, but
you can
that
tell
seems
us
like
personally.
Yeah,
you don't have to say it,
and then just don't say it, because like the thing with the off-road community,
it's like Mexico.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
But the thing is, like, I find there's a lot of people that just like aren't very respectful of the land.
Yeah.
And so like people will just like go through the same like mud hole like 60 times and just dig it so deep to the point that you need like 40s fully locked and everything just to like get through it. Meanwhile,
and then winch yourself out.
Yeah, and literally winch through the whole thing. Meanwhile, there's just like me, buddy guy, like basically stock TJ that just like wants to just go outside and just drive off road, and it's like, well, I can't make it through this hole now without my winch because it's 8 feet deep.
Yeah.
So yeah, the whole like off-roading places in Ontario, at least, it kind of I don't know, kind of sucks for that reason. There are like there's like Ray's Place that like in Minden, that's like an off-road park that you can go to, which is kind of cool. There's also there's one in Washago, like literally right by my shop that I've never been to.
Yeah.
It's called I forget what it's called. I should know this. If the people from that park are listening, I'm very sorry. It's called like
man, we give ourselves too much credit.
It's called like
Mom,
Breakover.
if you're listening to this video, she's not.
It's called like Breakover Angle Park or something. Anyways, it's in Washago. But yeah, so whatever, we would like kind of off road, I say in air quotes, with like Greg's all road. And we explored like Calabogie, because he would always come up for my birthday. He'd come up to Ottawa for like that weekend, and we would just
go off road,
do stuff, have fun. And so when I was in, what year was I in? That would have been when I was in third year. He came up. I still had my A4, and we took his all road, and we drove to Calabogie. It's only like an hour from Ottawa. It's close. And we previously found trails that we thought existed just like on Google Maps, and so we were just kind of going to like scout out the area, check it out, and we did find like for sure that trails that existed, and they were like way too intense to take his all road on because it's a sedan, or sorry, because it's not a sedan.
It's kind of like a crossover, basically. First
kind
thing of a crossover.
Yeah, Greg used to think that it was more of an off road rig, but now I mean, to be fair, he's taken that thing places that no Audi should ever even think about going.
Yeah.
And he rips that thing off road, and it's got like a lightweight flywheel too. So when we're going like through like rocks or like logs and stuff, he's just like riding the clutch. That thing's insane. That thing honestly deserves its own video. The stuff that car's been through.
Maybe we'll bring Greg on.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
Before he disappears to Alberta.
Yeah, literally October, I think he's going. But so the next year, I had my Jeep already. And I had this buddy with a Tacoma, and it was like around my birthday time, and it was like, oh, what do we want to do for my birthday? And I was like, you know what? Like, let's drive out to Calabogie, like rip some trails that we know exist, and at the end of the day, just like hang out and have like a fire, have some non-alcoholic beers.
Go camping, maybe.
Yeah, well, the first time wasn't like we weren't thinking about camping yet, because we were like, I had 4 people in my TJ.
Did you say have some non-alcoholic beers?
Yeah, non-alcoholic beers, obviously.
Good old 0%.
0%.
Disgusting.
Like 0.1 maybe.
I don't like beer generally, but if you take away the
Apple
alcohol
cider.
part of it, I just...
Why do you drink beer even?
Yeah.
Literally, right?
Yeah.
What's the point? And so we like planned this trip, and I was like, yeah, so I had 4 people in my Jeep. He had 3, I think, people in his Tacoma. My buddy Andre. Shout out to Andre. He's a cool guy. And yeah, we just like ripped trails all day. And then it was November, so it gets dark early. And then we just like drove to a spot, had a fire, and just like sat around. And it was just like, man, like what's better than this? guys being dudes.
Dudes
Basically.
being dudes.
Dudes
This is
being dudes.
2024. You can't say that.
I can say whatever I want. No, actually, apparently I can't. But
Yeah, careful.
And so after that, I had that Rubicon for a bit, and then I found an LJ, which is the extended TJ that was only made for 3 years, 04, 05, 06. And like my plan at this point, because that Jeep was like okay. I mean, it was like it was decently capable. I had like mud tires on it. I had like a winch on it. It was like lifted on the spacers a little bit. I had 32s on it, I think, because anything bigger would rub too much.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, it had the 4-liter as well. I was already like realizing how bad the mileage was, and so I already had ideas to put a TDI in because I'd seen it been done before, and my whole family runs TDI, so it's like we know these motors really well.
Yep.
And you can get decent power. You can get pretty good power out of them, and then they just get like insane mileage. So I already had that idea, and then I was like, well, but the Jeep's like really small, but they made the longer Jeep, so maybe I could just like chop it and make it longer, which was a thing. It's called a TJ6 that you extend it to, as to be as long as an LJ, but the wheelbase is also longer because the LJ has a longer rear overhang. And so I was like set on that. I was I'm gonna do all this work to this Rubicon because it was a good car. And then I found an LJ on Kijiji, which is like Craigslist for the American folk.
Yep.
Canadian Craigslist, and
but less sketchy.
Yeah, less sketchy. And I found an LJ on there for cheap. It was like listed for like $5,500 or something. And I sent it to my dad, just being like, "Oh, hey, like, look, maybe I won't do all that work. Maybe I'll just like buy an LJ." And I wasn't thinking about buying it at all. And my dad opened the ad, and he's on the phone with me. And he's like, "Oh, it's red." So my dad loves red.
Yeah, his red little Mark IV Jetta.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sold.
And basically, yeah. And then, so I bought that Jeep because it was red.
Because it was red.
And it was an LJ. It was automatic. It was a 4-liter as well, obviously. And
obviously.
Obviously, if you know
all Jeeps are like 4 liters.
If you know anything, no, you can get 2.5s and 2.4s and stuff.
Can you?
Yeah. Like TJ, you could get a 2.5 until 02, I think 03 plus, or maybe 04 plus was 2.4.
And people say the 4 liters are weak, so I can't imagine anything smaller than that.
So they're not like the 4 liters are great for like wheeling because they make a bunch of torque, which is great, and they are pretty reliable.
Mm-hmm.
You can bounce off limiter like all day long in like a mud pit, and then the 4-liter would be like, okay, let's go home now. It's fine.
But it's still a 4-liter V6 anyways,
Straight
right?
6.
Oh, straight 6.
Straight 6, yeah.
Straight 6, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but so that it makes like, I think the last rendition of the 4-liter made like 180 horsepower.
Crazy.
And like 260 or 240 foot-pounds of torque. I don't know the numbers exactly, but
yeah, when you put it that way, it makes sense because like even my TDI, I'm at 250 horses and almost 400 torque, right?
yeah, exactly, right? So
Is it horsies?
Horses. Yeah, because they're cute little horses.
Never heard anybody say that.
horses. But yeah, so and then I bought the LJ, towed it home in a snowstorm on the same dolly with my TJ. And then yeah, I had the LJ, and then whatever, left school, or finished school. Started like working, and it was just like my daily. It was like stock. It was on 31s. And then that like Calabogie trip that we did the last November, the next November was like my next birthday was like kind of coming up, and so me and Greg were kind of talking like what we want to do for my birthday, and I was like, you know what, like that trip was sick. How much cooler would it be if we could like go off road and like camp, and then go off road more, and then camp, and then go off road even more?
Mm-hmm.
And Greg's like, yeah, that'd be pretty dope, and I was like, hell yeah. So that's what we decided to do. So I'm like, I have a couple good buddies. One of them like literally bought a 80 series Land Cruiser like basically for that trip. Well, it wasn't like
That's dedicated.
it was like I took everybody on that trip, me and Andre, and then the people that came with us on that trip, like Vince, he bought the 80 series Land Cruiser because he was like hooked on off-roading. He's a drift guy.
Yeah.
And he was like hooked on off-roading, so he bought a Land Cruiser. And then Dan, another one of my buddies, his like dad had like a JKU, so like I think it's an 07, might be an 08, so 4-door or whatever Jeep Wrangler. And then he was like, yo, off-roading is sick too. So he like bought that off his dad, and like he started like kind of modifying it too. So it kind of just like lit like a fire under everybody's butt, like in the group, to be like, oh, you know what, like off-roading is actually a lot of fun. So the next year, my buddy Vince had an 80 Series Land Cruiser. And then who else was there? Dan had his Jeep that was like basically stock. I had my LJ that by that time was lifted and on 33s and like obviously winch and stuff on it. And who else? Oh, and then there was Bryson. Bryson had like a stock Touareg that he would tow like cars with. And then he didn't want to miss out. I guess he had FOMO.
yeah.
Bryson had FOMO. And then Bryson's like, hey, like, can I come too? And I'm like, yeah, man, of course. Like, you know, like he's one of my really good buddies too. And we should have Bryson on here. Actually, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's planned.
It's planned. Yeah, Bryson. Talk about strand type.
Well, we want to talk about drifting.
Oh yeah, that's the guy.
That is
the guy
strand
to
type.
talk to. Strand type drift school.
Yeah.
Actually, he comes into the story later too. But yeah, so he's just like, hey man, like, can I come too? And I'm like, of course, dude. Like, the more the merrier, right? And so he like started modifying his Touareg, and now it's on 33s. It's like lifted a bunch, and it honestly does so well off road. Like, it is so surprising. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm like kind of like old school that I want like manual like lockers. Like I want selectable lockers on my rigs so I can, you know, lock the axles whenever I feel like. But like the new systems that do it like all automatically with like the torque vectoring technology stuff, like I hate to say it, but like it works.
You know what's crazy too? I was on the topic of the Touareg. First gen Porsche Cayenne. Those were overbuilt from the factory with like locking diffs, a full off-road system, everything, and apparently outperform any custom built off-road vehicles.
I believe it. Seeing what
because the
Bryson's
second gen and third gen they like cut back on all that because those cars were basically pave-in princesses.
Yeah.
So like even the second gen didn't have half the off-road capability or off-road features. But yeah, it's crazy.
I know like second gen Touaregs are the last. They like I'm pretty sure you can get a rear like locker in them, like a locker on a button, which is sick. That's so cool.
Yeah.
For like a mom SUV to have.
But
like
he has
locker.
he has a third gen.
He has a third gen, so he doesn't have the locker. He was looking for a second gen for a while, but he never bought one.
No. You gotta watch out. They're hit or miss. Sadly, it's either get a one with a 3.6, call it a day, or that's it. Because
No, get the TDI.
But no. Second gen?
Yeah.
What TDI did the second gen have?
3 liter.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, they had the 3 liter TDI, the good one.
Did they?
Yeah, the 3 liter slaps.
I thought they didn't put that in till the third gen.
No, second gens had it too. I think I forget what did the first gens had a TDI in them too. I think that was just the V10. Yeah.
V10 TDI.
No, I'm pretty sure you could get a 3
Oh,
liter.
and a V8. There was a V8.
Yeah.
Side
Tangent here.
No, we're talking about TDIs in cars.
That's true. Okay.
We're on the topic.
So-
Yeah, but we haven't got there yet.
The subject is not going to be about off-roading.
Yeah.
No, it will be because I'm getting there. So yeah, so I had
in the next episode.
I had all these buddies that like started buying like rigs, and then we went for this camping trip and it was like awesome, and it was the second year that we did this, and it's just like, you know what, like let's make this a tradition, and here we are like 5 or 6 years later, we still go every single November. The rigs have just gotten like more and more modified and stuff.
That's amazing.
And then
we might have to. I think it'd be cool if we tag along with you one of these times.
You could come on a trip, yeah. Like
Hey, we can take the Infinity.
we can do like we can't. We can do
definitely can.
we could do like day trips. Like now that everybody's centralized around Toronto, we go like up to like Parry Sound area pretty often.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only an hour for me. I'm really lucky up in Orillia.
Yeah.
But so whatever, did all that, and then the next year, I don't remember. No, I did 2 trips when my Jeep was gas. And I remember this driving back from. Or no, it wasn't 2 trips gas.
Because you've had that TDI swap Jeep for a bit now.
So I bought the Jeep January 2020, and I swapped it 2021 or 2022.
'Cause when did you blow the motor in it?
Which one?
Before the TDI,
That's the question.
the gasser.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. So I only did one Calabogie trip with the gas motor. Yeah, I just started it in the morning going to work one day, and it was like knocking like super super bad, and I was like, that's weird. Where did that come from? And then I had to
That's
swap.
weird.
I had to swap the motor to another 4-liter because I didn't have all the TDI stuff together yet. But yeah, because I towed the Passat that I would take the TDI from with the 4-liter, and then I almost blew up my rear end because I didn't have any oil in it.
That seems to be
It was leaking.
oil starvation.
I got bad luck with rear differentials, eh?
You do.
Yeah.
I just have bad luck with cars.
You should do
in
the
general,
fluid.
so.
You should do the fluid in your 335, just to be safe.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm selling that thing anyways. It's fine. I did one of the rear seals on that B6 though, way back when. But okay, anyways, yeah. So whatever. I had this LJ. I was like slowly collecting parts to TDI swap it. I was still like on the fence. Like even when I was in Ottawa, still when I was planning on TDI swapping my Rubicon, I like bought an ALH with a trans for like $200. That like was missing half the parts on it. Because I was thinking ALH. I guess we'll get into like TDI tech now. Yeah, I was thinking an ALH because it's just like the simplest. They're the easiest. But then I was talking to my cousin Arthur, who knows TDIs really, really well, and he's like, "Why don't you do a BHW?" And I was like, "What's that?" And he's like, "It's the motor that came in an 04, 05 Passat. It's a PD TDI, so pump deuce, but it's a 2-liter, and it's like the strongest built PD TDI that they made. It has the like strongest bottom end. It has all the like the best, like the most, I guess, I don't know, high performance if you want to call that components. Like the oil cooler, for example, is the biggest, or oil heat exchanger.
The oil pump on them, right, is better.
No, they have the really bad oil pumps actually.
Oh, do they? Okay.
They have a balance shaft assembly, or like a whole balancing assembly that you throw out because
you have to do the balance shaft delete.
Yeah, you have to do the balance shaft delete. Which, funny enough, you can take the oil pump out of an ALH and put it in.
Yeah.
And then yeah. So I was like, whatever, slowly gathering parts, and then in I think that would have been August of August of 2021. Yeah, I like pulled trigger. I started doing it. I was doing the whole job at my buddy Bryson's shop, so Strand Type in Oakville. I worked and lived in Barrie at the time, so like 3 days of the week I would drive down. Thank God I had my dad's Mark IV TDI then. That's what I was driving in the interim, so 1,000 kilometers in a tank, like what's up, right? But yeah, I would drive like usually Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I would drive after work. I finished work at 4. By the time I would like get to Oakville and like get a pizza because I needed dinner, so I'd like start working at like 6 and I'd work till like 10, and then drive back. And it took me doing that and working like some weekends. I started at the end of August, and I had it done for beginning of November. But that was like I was kind of taking it easy, but
and that is how you ended up with a TDI swap Jeep.
Yeah, basically I was just like, I love this Jeep, even though I don't like Jeeps. Jeeps are not very good, but they're great.
You say you don't like them, but you have
what a bombshell.
5 or 6 of them.
What a bombshell.
No, I've had 4.
Oh,
no,
my
like
bad. 4.
Okay, Jeeps.
I have owned 4 Jeeps,
Jeeps
but I don't
suck.
like them. Yeah,
they're great off road. Like that's what they're made for. But as a daily, they suck.
Dude, I drove your Jeep, and
Yeah.
like the only thing I felt similar was the one time I drove a dump truck.
What?
And that's
you drove a dump truck?
And my LJ rides
Yeah.
nice for a TJ
Okay.
LJ.
Yeah, so
That'll be a story for another episode.
Another
what? Me
episode.
driving a dump truck?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's pretty
it's
cool.
a freaking simple story. It's just a Poland driving a dump truck.
That sounds like
Oh.
Poland.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
Alright.
nothing nothing special there.
I drove dump trucks in Canada.
Yeah, not here.
But yeah.
I don't think- but yeah, your Jeep feels like driving a big dump truck.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like they're especially like the TJs. Like I mean, I have a TJs or LJ, whatever. I'm gonna say TJ because it's easier. TJ Unlimited, technically. So I'm like kind of like not that I look down. I like jokingly look down at like people that own newer Jeeps. Like my buddy Dan, I always roast. I'm like, oh, your Jeep's a fake Jeep, and then Dan gets all like flustered. He's like, no, it's not. I hope Dan watches this. Actually, that'd be really funny.
You should just send it to him.
I will send it to him.
Just send it. Anybody that you're like, I hope this person watches, just send it to
Oh my
them.
god, I'm gonna send it to everybody.
Hey, I talk about you.
Good.
Yeah, I talk about you in this. But yeah, like in my opinion, the TJs were the. I want to say like, so many people will disagree with me on this, but like I want to say they were like the pinnacle of Jeep Wranglers off road because they're still small. But they already like you could buy like a Rubicon that has front and rear lockers stock. Dana 44 is front and rear, even though the front is just the Dana 44 pumpkin. The rest of it's the same as the Dana 30. But like even just like a stock Ruby from like 04 or 05 is like pretty capable. Like the stuff you can do with that is like just really good. That's why I say their Jeeps are great, but they're not great because like you try to drive them as a daily and it's just you just hate your life because they're just like so loud inside on the highway. They're just like so I have like because I guess the listeners don't know. I also have a 1984 Chevy K20, so square body Chevy 4-wheel drive with a 6.2 diesel. That thing drives way better on the highway than my Jeep does.
Yeah.
And it's 20 years older. And it's a literal like 3/4 ton truck.
Yeah. Maybe we'll leave that for the next episode.
For the
We'll
next
definitely
episode.
talk about that another time. Yeah.
What trucks?
Trucks. And,
I actually have a guy that could talk about trucks really, really well. My buddy Joe from work.
Send him over.
Yeah, he would. I don't know. He'd probably be down to do.
If he wants to talk about trucks for 30 minutes. I mean, I don't know much about them.
He knows a
but for
lot.
Sure.
He's like big
do
truck guy. He's got a lot of sick trucks. Are we checking the time to see how long we've been talking for?
52 minutes.
Yeah, so I think for this one,
52 minutes.
Yeah,
This is gonna be a long.
This is gonna be the
podcast.
longest.
I think
podcast.
for this one, we're gonna try to wrap it up soon, but we're just gonna say that this is not about off-roading. There's a little bit of off-roading in there, but I kind of wanted the full breakdown. We'll just say this is about Jeeps and TDI.
No, I think the title or topic of this video is how Alex ended up with a TDI swap Jeep.
Yeah.
Or like
Simply
how
because
I,
we have the whole history.
Yeah.
From Bosch
the history
to Yamaha
Yeah.
to BMW N54s and swapping Audi interiors, all the way to how your 4-liter blew and you put a BHW.
Yeah.
He also makes pianos.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. But it's a little Easter egg from the beginning of the video.
But yeah, so I don't know. And then now, like, it's the same. Like, I'm putting 35s on the Jeep.
Nice.
I just bought those rims, Methods. They look pretty nice, even though a lot of my friends will disagree. I think they look sick, personally. And then
who cares?
and then like as much as I hate the term overlander, me and my friends are definitely like low-key overlanders. But I just think that it's like such like a fad right now.
Are you overlanding though if you sleep inside your Jeep though?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Because
Like,
you sleep inside your Jeep.
and when it's cold, I sleep inside the Jeep, yeah, because it's cold, and I have the whole sleeping setup, and I got like all the insulation in the windows and stuff. When it's nice in the summer, though, I sleep in a tent because it's just so much nicer, or like a hammock or something.
Yeah.
But
to off-road adventures, we shall continue on the next episode. I think.
We'll discuss more about off-road adventures on the next one.
That holy tangents. Let's go.
That's
boys.
okay. As soon as we knock this topic out of the way, we can make room for the actual topic that we wanted to talk about.
That's funny. Wow, I've been.
It's a pleasant surprise. We talked about something else, and we got.
Yeah, we went. Woo.
Yeah.
On the next episode,
and
we'll
it's funny
actually talk about off-roading.
Yeah.
We went. Like,
well, not the next episode, but next time we have Pona in.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
I'll
it.
be
But
around.
yeah, we talked about how we're gonna go on a tangent, and
we went on many.
we didn't spoil.
But we went like, if this was the road that we were
Or we
supposed to be
didn't
on, we went like
spoil?
this and then this because we kept on crossing over the original
The
topic.
We
yeah.
originally
It was like a figure eight.
Yeah.
history of Jeeps
Yeah.
history of Jeeps, then history of Pona
Audis.
and Tony, and then
Oh,
history
yeah.
of
Yeah.
it's just kept going. It's great. It's like that the snake in the hospital.
Yeah.
It's like
Maybe
one of
in the
these.
next episode.
I know what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
like,
yeah,
you
yeah. Yo, legit,
Anyways,
though. Yeah. Wow,
Maybe-
this is gonna be the longest.
it was good
podcast
stuff.
you guys
It
have done.
actually is. This is a new record. This is
Yeah,
our
the
longest
longest one.
podcast.
You're welcome. I can talk for a long
Thank
time.
you.
Yeah. In the next episode, maybe we'll describe how me and Pona met too.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We
Actually.
can do that. Yeah.
Am I gonna be a regular guest? What?
If you want to be.
You've been on a few videos already.
Alex, can you ask that again?
Am I gonna be a regular guest?
If you like.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you'd like. Yeah.
Is that what that was for?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you remember that part of the video where it's like, "Can I keep this?"
Yeah.
If you like,
If
it's
you
in
like.
the box.
Yeah.
I love it.
That was a good.
How many
video.
people did you send that Christmas video to?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't. It's on my Instagram. At Alex
Is
Pona,
it?
no spaces.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gotta
I didn't see
plug
it.
my Instagram.
But yeah, that's
I'm like,
Yeah.
I made it the mall collaborators.
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Good,
it's
good,
my
good.
It's my latest post actually because I hadn't posted since
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
And this
Well,
is
now
gonna be the
can
next
your
one.
latest post.
Yeah. Oh, are you gonna do a
Oh.
post about this?
Yeah. 100%.
Holy, I could be like,
Yeah,
hey,
we
I'm
do,
famous, guys.
Yeah, we do trailers as well.
Yeah.
Because
Whoa.
we obviously can't put the full hour-long video. Actually, I'm not even sure YouTube will allow an hour, will it?
Yeah. Yeah. It will.
I thought they
Easily.
had. It's like you have to have a certain amount of subscribers.
No, we're good. We're good. Up
All
to
right.
an hour.
We'll
We're
see.
good.
So
We'll see.
say a controversial opinion bombshell before we end.
It's gonna be about off-roading. Overlanding is a fad, and I think it'll go away soon. Thankfully, for all the people that actually like off-roading and don't like it because it's popular. Boom.
And we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in to Parts and Pistons. And
Parts
we'll
and
see you in the
Pistons.
next episode.
Why'd you clap?
Remember, Parts Avatar has got your back, so don't forget to subscribe to the Parts Avatar channel so you don't miss any of these exciting videos.